It's like I'm playing. It's over. It's over. It's over. I'm just like, hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Two Women.
Two Opinion. We gonna be on this for like the next 6 months.
No, I'm done. I'm done.
And then my birthday.
With your girl Marty.
And Taj.
And we
her
back
birthday.
in again with another one.
And Quan's birthday. We can't forget
Happy
Quan.
birthday, Quan. Hey. Anyways, we back in again with another one. But we have a special guest today.
Yeah.
I just want to say my birthday weekend was lit. I know y'all worried to see how I had. How a good birthday I had. But it was great. Thanks for everyone, Taj, everyone that came out. Show me love in any other kind of way. I love y'all so much. Until next year, America.
6 months from now. 6 months.
No, we planning Taj's birthday now, so it's time to start planning the December babies.
Oh, yes.
See what y'all got going on. I'm ready. I'm ready. Y'all better come with it.
In between Scorpio and Sagittarius to celebrate first. So
See?
Yeah,
y'all better
Harper's birthday
come
first.
with it. Go hard or go home. You know, I'm showing up and showing out. I gotta get me some more outfits. So give me the color schemes.
for the baby or for me?
No, I'm pregnant. I ain't pregnant yet.
I'm talking about my child. My child's birthday comes first, and then
Oh
it's
no,
mine.
yeah. If you're having a birthday party.
Oh yeah, we're gonna do a little something.
Oh
little
yeah, just let me know.
style,
I'll
little
pick up the girls.
bounce.
They've been good in
Yeah.
school. For sure.
Mhm.
But let us know you right here in the scene today.
Yes, ma'am. So today we have a special guest, Miss Brittany Soul, which I'm really excited about. I bartended my mother's event. She's like in this sorority. She does a lot of shit, y'all. But she's in this like sorority, and she had like this little gala where she gave out sponsorships and scholarships to like young women who are pursuing nursing. So I thought it was dope. And of course I came out and hung out and I got to meet Miss Brittany, and she's super talented. She's here in Vegas. She is a local poet. She does a lot of stuff. Go ahead and introduce yourself. I don't know.
Hey.
Yes.
I'm honored to be here. So thank you guys for inviting me. And yes, I am a lot of things. And that's so funny though, from that event to this, like, that's wild.
Oh, we had to have you on. We had to talk to you.
I'm glad to
Yes.
be here. So it's been a minute since I've been here in the studio as well. So shout out to Quan's birthday. Let me throw that out
Happy
there.
birthday, Quan.
I've
It's a
known him
whole
for
lot of
20
labor.
years. And
That's 20 years of love, though. That's
Now
how you know.
she forgot.
listen, I brought you something.
She made
Anyway,
up
we
for it.
digress. So happy belated birthday and happy early birthday as well.
Right on.
And yes, I do a lot of things. It's easier to just say that than to say all the other things. So I say I'm a versatile writer and performing artist. I'm 15-time awarded.
Yes.
And I have some new nominations that we can talk about a little later.
Yes.
So yeah, I do things.
Come on, Black Queen.
Yes.
Come on, Queen. I love that.
Thank
Yes.
you.
Not only that, but your mother.
Oh, that too. Mhm.
Yes.
And that right there is not for the weak. Okay.
Child.
No.
That's not for the weak. I'm
Not
a
at
mother.
all.
I'm somebody's future wife.
Hey.
Hello.
And as soon as I meet you, we're gonna be good. And
I love that.
yeah, I'm definitely a fine auntie. And like a lot of us, we wear multiple roles. Like I don't think I know anyone that's just one thing. We're so many different things and we can do it so well.
Yes, ma'am.
I agree.
Hell yeah.
But I love that. I love poetry. I, not to do it. But I like
do
to
a couple
listen.
snaps.
But I've gone to a lot of different, definitely back in Cincinnati. It was a lot of poetry clubs that me and Sean, we would go to. Her friend, Siri, she's huge out there, like with spoken word. So that's super dope. I love that. I really love that. Now I ain't getting up on the stage. I'm just too shy. I probably got a little something to say, but I'm just too. I don't know. I'm not shy, but I am when it comes to
Certain
stage.
things.
Like,
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Well, it's not
I'm
even
like,
stage
you're on
because
the
I
World
can
Wide
act.
Web right now,
I can do
but-
acting and stuff like that. I think it's that spotlight.
I understand.
I think that's what it is because I feel like if I was I can do a play, maybe something
so
like a
much fun.
movie because there's more people on the scene. Probably work my way into being more comfortable.
How do you
but,
overcome something like that? Because I couldn't do that.
I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna share a little tidbit. So, I do come from a musical family, so I've been a writer and like a singer more so forever. But becoming a spoken word artist or like really diving into all the gifts that I have was definitely a journey. I remember one time I someone hooked up like those old like those video cameras and displayed it on the TV. And I walked in and saw myself, and then I ran out the room. I was like,
no.
I used to, I know a lot of people don't even know, but I have gotten camera shy like a lot like earlier in my journey. And sometimes, here and there I'll deal with it, but it's more so I bring my personality to everything that I do. And when you do that and you're walking in your authentic, genuine self, it just flows. People sense how genuine and how comfortable you are based on that. There was one show, for example, I was hosting an event that I used to host for years, and my shoe broke in the middle of, and when I went ahead and set it on the mic, and people were just laughing with me, and we went about, I said, I might as well take the other one off. Let's get intimate.
Right.
Yeah.
But you just you roll with who you are. You bring that to everything you do. And when you don't know, you don't know. Like, it just is what it is, So I guess being yourself.
100%.
At the end of the day. The most
love
I've ever
that.
spotlight like that was when I gave my testimony at church. I was, my underarms was sweating so, when I got off stage, I was
Crazy. Ooh,
but everyone's giving me hugs. It was like a whole thing. But I was like,
It's an encouraging
Yes,
environment. And that
definitely.
helps.
Yeah.
That helps build up that confidence too.
Hell yeah.
Shout out to your testimony though. Okay.
for sure, I was.
Yes. How did you get your start? And just anything.
It's fun. Well, the highlighted version I'll say is always been a poet. As long as I could write, I was writing poetry. Always singing because my mother and my grandmother have been, singers or whatever their whole lives. But around 2008, after I had my son, my middle child, I took a break from singing in this band that I was singing with. And I was just like, I don't know what you want to call it, soul searching, like just really diving into myself. And I decided I was going to bring all of these gifts, meaning that first show I did after that break, I started with a beatboxer who has gone on to do amazing things. I'm so proud of him. I started with a beatboxer. I spit poetry, I spit hip hop, and I sung. I started doing shows with celloists where I'm doing all of the things in one. And I said, that is who I am. Mm-hmm. And that show was actually the night I got named Brittany Soul. It was back in like 2008. Okay. I didn't choose the name. I wish I could take credit because it's so fire, but I had nothing to do with the name.
The name chose you.
And when the person that was introducing me, they put me on the flyer as Brittany S because I didn't know what I was going to do. Ooh. And she was like, nah, you like more soulful. Like, I don't know. We're going to figure it out. And sure enough, she didn't come back to me before introducing me. She literally was like, tonight we're introducing, and she said it. Next morning, 200 comments. Oh, hi, Miss Soul. You did so amazing, Miss Soul. I said that name literally chose me. And I couldn't have picked a better name for sure.
I love the name.
But that's when I became more of the start of who I am now. I'll put it that way.
Absolutely. That's dope.
I love that.
Thank you.
It's very inspirational, to see that in the midst of your quote unquote, like you said, soul searching, it found you. So you knew that's where I was supposed to be because it connected with you.
It really resonated with me. And especially because faith is a big part of who I am as far as like my values and everything. Like my faith is a big part of my dopeness, if you ask me. So if I do say so myself, because I bring, like I said, who I am to everything that I do. So soul is ambiguous. It can be so like, hello, or it can be like, yo, God be God, and while life be life and God be God. You can kind of play with it a few different ways and still be speaking to different people in the room. So I love it.
That's like, I love the, like, people like you have like such a golden light about them. Like, you bring joy into a space and you don't even know that. Like, I was just sitting there watching, I was like, oh my God, like, it just in awe. I don't have like the courage to stand in front of anybody. Like, it doesn't matter, like, 2 people, 3 people, 8,000 people, hell no. So like to see you up there and you were living in it. Like everything you said had a flow, had a sense to it. It made me gravitate towards it. So I was just like, I need to know her. Yes.
I'm about to go tell my son what you had just said.
Oh.
He did a paper on me.
You know what? Play this back. He can hear it out her own mouth.
Learn who your mom. Nah.
There's not a lot of people that carry that light. Like,
wow.
Yeah.
Amen. That's huge. I appreciate it. It's genuine for sure.
Absolutely. So what do you have going on right now?
A
What
lot of
projects
things.
are you working on?
So I am an author, and I
Yes.
just had to show these shameless plugs. So I'm an author. My book is called The Key of Love with Brittany Soul. I'm working on some new works as well. Quan's been helping me promote that book. Okay.
Yes.
So yeah, what I'm working on right now, my debut project, right? I have lots of singles out, but even at this point, I'm blessed, like I said, to say that I have like 15 awards so far. I don't even have an album out yet. So I know it's anticipated. I know it's long overdue, and it's called Clearer Waters. So it's indicative that you done went through some stuff. And now you're at this point where you're past the storm and you're looking forward to clearer waters. That's where I'm at. And I'm going on a cruise in a couple of weeks. Anyway.
Hell yeah.
So
That's motivation.
I just thought about that right now. But Clear Waters has been a long time coming. It's one of those things where I've been working on it for probably a decade. But most of it was recorded in 2020 when all of the storms, were going on. So we're at this point where I'm really hoping that I can get it all released spring of next year. So working on that. I have some events coming up as well. I just found out I'm nominated for, it's called Faith Made Millionaire Awards. It's an organization that really gives to businesses.
Yeah.
Thank you. And they really invest in businesses. And I don't know how, but I made it past the first round, so I'm to the point of the second round, and we'll see what this looks
This
like.
so yours. We're claiming it.
Let's go. Let's go.
Claiming it. That's
I
yours.
just know one way, when you have that mindset and you have that faith and you know what your purpose and your mission is, it's coming, whether it's coming from over there, or it's coming from over here, or it's either way, it's coming. You know what I mean? So I'm excited about that. And then the other thing is, in a couple weeks, I will be receiving my honorary doctorate in humanities. I know it's crazy. I know, I'm like, who am I?
You gotta do a round of applause. Who are you?
For real, because this bio is
Out
about
here
to be wild.
doing stuff.
For real.
You
Yes.
just out here doing stuff.
And to be honest, I don't chase accolades. And it really all goes back to just being who you are, operating in who you are. That's the best, for example, ministry that you can be.
yeah.
That's like what excited me the most, like my mother and you, like just to see Black women walking in their purpose.
Yes.
And being around so many women that have that purpose. It's crazy.
It's awesome.
It's electric, honestly.
It really
I
is.
love it. I love it. Thank you. And your spirit is so awesome. When you hit me up, I was like, let's go.
I was like, what's the worst she could say? No?
Yeah,
It'd be
like,
fine. She'd be like, no,
what
I
can-
guess after that. It's fine.
And that's a beautiful mentality. That is a beautiful
No,
mentality. What's the
it
word?
is. Like,
I'd be like, okay, I'm gonna call you next week. Okay, you want to call next?
Oh, girl.
but we got it in here. So yeah,
And then it helped, Quan knew you. So I was like, okay, let me see.
she at least
you
know the
my girl.
address. Say she at least know the address.
yeah, because it's a little dizzy around here.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. So like the fact that you already knew where you were going, that was
yeah.
already a plus. Like
That was probably confirmation.
So shout out to Taj. Thank you for that.
Making it happen.
Making it happen.
do shows here, yeah?
Going through the loopholes.
I used to actually. I used to be a part of a show called the Odd Perspective podcast.
Okay.
OPP. Oh my gosh, hilarious! My cohorts were amazing. We were going on to our third season, I think, and one of the artists one of our co-hosts got hurt. And then re-hurt, like something didn't heal properly. Our schedules were crazy and all that. But the point was, it was an amazing podcast while it lasted. And the level up was definitely coming on to Quan's platforms.
Oh, yeah.
He's been doing his thing forever.
Yeah, for sure. Shout out
Going
to Quan.
strong. Yeah.
Shout out to Vegas High Media all day.
How did y'all meet?
He was an ex's friend.
Oh.
So I have two teens now. One turns 18 in November. But yeah, I knew him before she was born.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, Quan been around.
Quan been.
20 years.
We used to
That's
be.
how
We
you
used
know
to,
Quan loyal. Like
He is
for
loyal
real.
though. And I'm like, it's been like 5-6 years for us. I'm counting Quan. We gotta count all our
But Quan
birthdays.
and I actually used to both be a part of the same church and like involved in like ministry and stuff like that. So yeah, he's
That's
always
dope.
done like his hip hop thing. You guys ever seen Magic Quantum? Anyway, I digress.
That is literally his name in my phone. And it cracks me up every time he
Honey,
calls. Yes.
It's
he
the
goes to
stand up
honey.
videos where he's walking. Anyway,
Yes.
yeah, no, good.
He a
people.
jack of all trades too over there, ain't it?
All he needs is 3 bars.
But those kind of people you want to be around.
No,
like,
for real,
y'all wear
though.
many hats. Y'all pursue a lot of things, but y'all stay passionate about it.
That's good
And there's
right there.
not a lot of people. Like, people start things and then don't finish.
That's the truth.
Right? They like, oh, I got this big dream, and then they start investing money, and then they realize like
that's a
the cost
fact.
is
That's
really high.
so true. And to be
Yeah.
honest, even people that stick to it, we are tempted with the same.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
That's
telling
why
you.
that's why I pat us on our back
I
a
do
lot
too.
because it's like we done had a few little ups and downs, but it's like overall we stick to that shit. It's kind of
Consistency,
like
yeah.
When you said 2 years, I was like, yeah.
and that was 2 years here. We did some time at my house
Before
too.
that.
Yeah,
But
and that was
it
actually
really says something.
so chaotic. But we was
We
just
was making it
we
work.
laughed it off. Like we would be in there literally recording on 50 different devices, like running the electricity bill through the
Oh,
roof,
okay.
not editing shit. So it looks crazy as hell. And then we all, that's why I
She
told
was
her.
like, I know this guy.
But no, before we was like, all we need is a producer.
Because we couldn't do it. It was a lot of work.
Somebody who does this
Yeah,
part so I can
and Quan actually wrote to my story. Remember, he was like, "You should bring your podcast here," and I was like, "No," it was like the gods up above
She had
just
a
shine.
dude. Then she said his name was Quan, so I'm expecting me the big black man. We come in,
black
I was
man.
like, your name is what, sir? Quan. Okay. We go call
And
you
it's spelled
Quan.
with a Q.
But we
with a
walked
K
in.
on top of it.
Thank you.
Yes,
I
and
mean,
we
to be honest, no matter how it was spelled, it was
wrong.
wrong.
it was still
But with a
there.
K, it's like, oh.
No
okay.
shade.
Really?
And then we walked in,
That's
we seen all the
cool.
lights. We was like,
Oh, Quan is for
Oh,
real.
I was thinking back the moment
we
I
like
walked in
hook
there.
us
For
up
real.
when our show
What-
should be
what
next
we-
week.
Yeah.
And we like, so when we first started our time with something else, we was trying to do a morning show. So we did a morning show, which actually the people was fucking with the morning show on the
I
weekend.
like the morning show.
And then
can
we
make
went
it
to Friday afternoon, and then I had to switch jobs, and that's when we got here.
Okay.
So I feel like overall, each time I liked the morning show out of
Okay.
all of the
Out
time
of all of them?
because the people was literally up on Saturday morning like, "What are y'all talking about today?"
What
Like,
time was it on Saturday? I'm just
At
curious.
10 a.m.
Okay, yeah, that's feasible.
Yeah, it's for real. Because I
was
I
early.
went
It
to
was
school for
perfect.
media broadcasting. So when I did my internships, it was always
Nice.
10 a.m. at the radio station because that's what, well, we had to be there early, but that's what time the show started. So I'm like, then she was like, shit, that's work for me because the girls. So we sat down and came up with that 10 a.m. We was like,
Congrats. So
not 9, not 11, not 12.
10 was great. Yeah.
That's
10 was
awesome.
great. So, and then we brought the 10 a.m. here, but then we had a 2-hour show. Sorry, and we cut it in half.
Okay.
So at my house, we was doing a 2-hour show. That it was, we was like,
It was a lot. We was coming up with wild stories, like just having to pull everything. And I wanted like we do the Black Girl Magic, which you're a part of today. So thank you for being a part of it. Black Girl Magic segment where we bring Black entrepreneur women. We want to highlight them because here, especially in our city, like I feel like we get overlooked a lot. People don't touch on us a lot, and the things that we do typically get accolades for come from our community. And that's a beautiful thing. But
Yeah.
overall, I just want people to see us more,
I
stand out a
love
little
it.
bit more. Yeah.
I'm honored. I love it.
Absolutely.
You done already mentioned Golden Light and some other stuff. I'm loving this conversation.
yeah. And we've had a few different, like, Black Girl Match here. It's been successful because we try, and I feel like we that's the only thing that we nitpick with because we like any artist like, you want to come
It
sing.
don't even matter. Just come
But
hang
like,
out.
well, at the beginning, but now because
Oh,
we
yeah, now
like,
more
because
particular.
because we
they
had
came
one.
and want too much.
They were true.
Can we move the furniture?
Yeah,
we
they was
love
doing
you,
too much.
AJ. We love you. Can we move the furniture? No, you can't come to this man's studio and move his furniture.
Okay.
To accommodate people. What are you doing?
Okay.
But
And
like
then,
the
you
Black Girl
know,
Magic is like,
entourages. Like we don't mind, one or two.
like
but it's
Yeah.
like every person that we wanted to bring on, they had like 4-5 people that they wanted
oh
to bring
yeah,
with.
because we like shout out to now
Yeah.
Knox. You know I love you,
Yeah, we
so
love
shout out
you.
to Knox. He wrote music for like really big artists, and he
That's
was like
awesome.
one of our first. But he brought the whole gang
team.
with him, and we
Whole team.
like.
Everybody
we don't
go.
even got a gang that come with us, so it's just the whole
I
thing. But like
understand.
I guess you live and you learn. It definitely in this business.
If you're not learning, you're not living.
Definitely.
Have
we-
you had any bumps along the road?
Oh, plenty, honey. I literally in one of my songs I say I'd love to say I knew I'd fly, but in truth I fell 1,000 times. So we all know that is just a lie. It's true. It is so true. Everything is a learning experience, and I have that mentality, and that probably is like 95% of why I've been as resilient as I am, is because I'm like, okay, we're gonna move out of this. We're gonna learn from this. We're gonna continue. We're gonna move forward. But yeah, I've had plenty of setbacks. I've had some of my greatest moments simultaneously were some of my lowest or worst in my personal life. And the test is, okay, are you gonna get up and go to this anyway? Are you gonna get up and do what you said you were gonna do?
Talk about
Hello.
When you
yes.
don't feel like doing it, are you gonna get up and do what you said you were gonna do? And
Yes.
woo,
I think that's the biggest thing.
Big on commitment.
Yeah.
Like you say you're gonna do something, stand on it.
Consistency,
it.
commitment.
I mean,
It's hard,
and
but
I mean,
it's
just
worth
to be
it.
fair, because I'm definitely the queen of the benefit of the doubt and the other side of the perspective. I'm also believing in health, like wellness. If you know you can't, get up and go. Being real with yourself, being real with the people you committed to, and communicating.
Yeah.
Just trying to communicate effectively and proactively. That's also been part of the journey. You know, I'm about to drop something really quick too. And I haven't dived into it yet. That's the next book. That's one of the books coming up.
Yes.
But I think it was 2021, after the pandemic, one of the lowest moments in my life. I showed up to every commitment I said I was going to show up to, even though I was like in a very transitional space. There was one month I did 8 events in 6 days. 8 events in 6 days. And I literally was just like, boom, 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 boom. Now, I literally had gas money to get to the next event because I sold books at the event before that.
Hello.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I smiled and I pushed through it. The thing is, I have a creative outlet called artistry. So I can literally be telling people, like, low key my business on the microphone.
yeah,
and
no
they be
shade.
Like,
Yeah.
we never know. What
Yeah.
you go? You have a bad
Yeah.
day. You don't smile sometimes. Like,
Yeah.
I'm literally telling you, because that's an outlet, and you can craft your words and your expression creatively in a way that balances you being true to yourself and also you touching somebody, because you don't know who's going through that. People did not know what I was going through. Few friends did. But I tell you that year, at a point, I just stopped doing events. I did what I committed to, but I didn't accept some of the new things because I wasn't able to, emotionally, like psychologically.
Yeah.
But that year, I got more awards when I did less.
Oh.
That year, I literally was like, "What? I'm not. What? I didn't even leave the house." But that's how it is. Your ethic and your, like I said, just you showing up as you, it really does make a difference.
That is crazy that you say like 2021 was like your, that literally, the transition between like June of 2020 into 2021 was absolutely the worst time for me I've ever had in my life. And I didn't know what direction I was going to go in.
That part.
Who I was going to be. I have 2 kids. The hell
She
am I
said
going
2
to do? Like,
Yes.
and just trying to figure it out day by day. Like, okay, so we're going to do
Literally.
this today. And hopefully the next day kind of rolls out the same. That is crazy.
It was, honey, that's like that endurance.
Man.
And that's the thing about it.
That you gotta
I
go.
never assumed that I was the only
Yeah.
one going, especially with the whole pandemic outside. Like a lot of people were going through their things, and we've all had like a dark night of the soul type thing. But that was for me. Whew.
a true testament.
And I
I feel like it was just a cloud over everybody because that was one of our toughest times too. Definitely trying to figure out a house to stay. Like they
Yes.
weren't written selling to nobody.
Yes.
And then we lost our car around that time. She
My
was
car
catching
was
the bus to
totaled.
work, and it was just like a whole thing.
It's tough.
Yeah, it was real bad. It was real bad. Real bad.
But
It
you
was-
pressed through it. And-
Yeah.
And to me, like, that's the thing about it.
crazy.
Like, regardless of whether anybody ever takes the time to tell you like how amazing you are, it's moments like that like really like touch other people because they've been through that one way or another. I remember one night I was hosting my open mic and I had met with a particular celebrity. I was showing him multi-million-dollar properties while I'm in my little rental car.
Okay.
Because my car got totaled the night he was supposed to sing at my event. And guess what? I still showed up. I'm aching. I still showed up and hosted that event and then went to ER afterwards. But the point is, I was like, I can do what I can do, and what I can't do, I can't
do it.
And you have to be fair to yourself on that.
Where do you get that drive from?
Faith. My faith. I would say that I can't take credit for a whole lot of things in my life. Like my positivity or my optimistic spirit. I can say some people's gifts of encouragement or like just like light spirit comes from carrying a lot of heavy stuff and like really pushing back, you know? So I can say that I encourage, I am passionate about edifying people. And it's because people are edifying me. And who am I to hoard that?
Okay.
Let it flow.
So I was talking, her wife is Sean. I don't know if you met Sean. Hi, Sean.
Yes.
You know, and she was like, we were talking about love languages and how like we communicate to one another in that conversation. And she was like, you like to give to people. I genuinely love people. Like, it's hard for me to be detached from people. Like, once you come into my life, you're a permanent fixture. I got to figure out how, what you need. Like, do you need water? Do you need juice? How can I make you comfortable? Because what you hear, I just want to make you feel loved and I want to celebrate you.
Right.
Yeah. So it's just good to be around, like, those kind of people.
Like, it's the knowing what your friends need and knowing how to not handle. I feel like handle is such a bad word when it comes to talking about your friends and stuff, but knowing how to, like, I feel like my wife has a gift of healing. You know?
Oh, that's awesome.
And with me, with prophecy, it's like I can see what happens next, and then she be like, I know how to fix it.
Ooh,
and it's just,
come on, dream team.
But it sucks sometimes because you got to figure out who you working with. Because if we working on the wrong person,
It'll pull too.
and I'm telling you, somebody can suck my whole energy out of my body.
I understand.
And it's like when we both have that effect, it's like we both can get sucked dry. That's why we're staying home. I don't never want to go.
Yeah, no, when you're energy sensitive, discerning,
her love language is touch.
Healing,
I don't like to be touched.
all of those things. Yeah.
It's crazy, ain't it?
That's huge. It's huge. And when people ask that too, they say, like, the question, you guys have heard it, like, if you could have a superpower, what would it be? I always would say healing, but I add, it would be a lonely life unless I'm with someone who knows how to pour back into me.
Yeah.
So the fact that you guys are like together and you know how to, like, which obviously comes with learning.
Yeah, a lot of learning.
With trial and error and learning and growth and development, right? But learning how to edify and complement one another. It's important. I make sure that if I start finding myself in spaces and connections where I'm being sucked dry, like consistently, or as a pattern, then instead of changing who I am, I have to change my environment. Right. They say what? Change
I had to learn that the hard way, and I had to learn that and pride. I was very prideful. I wouldn't ask. Literally, I wouldn't ask. No, not even my wife for shit. I would just do everything that I could on my own. It was so bad to where God sat me down and was like, I'm gonna show you pride.
Let me talk to you first.
Can I talk to you? And it smacked me so hard. I'm like, damn, you can't be like that. I gotta, as much as cause she could tell, I give. Come, go. Yeah. And I just be like, they be like, you need anything? I'd be like, no, I'm good. Knowing good and damn well, you do. I need a cough drop or something. I don't feel good. I need congestion.
That's huge.
Like, and I feel like I learned that the hard way. And I feel like when we try to talk to people about our gifts and tell them what we know, they don't want to hear it because they want to learn it the way that I had to learn. And I'm like, and I'm that type of person like, no.
And that's what I'm saying. That's something I'm definitely learning at my big age is like, you can't teach everybody.
That's a fact.
Spaces that you're supposed to fill, you'll fill. And whether or not they want you in certain aspects, and it doesn't matter who, your mother, your father, however way you're supposed to fill their space.
Even your babies too.
Same way, like you have to allow them to be.
Right now.
My niece, she's 12 years old. 13, driving my sister bonkers. Nene daughter, crazy. It's like, and I'm like, these aren't bad kids. You know how you be like, these aren't bad kids, but why are you?
Yeah,
it's like, and it's go back to what you said, the environment.
How old is your oldest?
My oldest turns 18 in November.
Oh.
And she is in a space. You
don't look like you got no 18-year-old.
Right.
Thank you. Appreciate you. I also have a guy who's turning 2.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
Month.
That difference is amazing. Bless your heart.
And my middle child's 16. So God, bless my whole
So you started all the way over.
Listen.
You was ready for a new start.
That's another
Conversation. Women who start over.
Because
I'm trying to be her though. I'm not gonna hold you. Like I want one more.
But no, she started over at 14.
14 years later.
Yeah.
They might get a year or two away from now. No.
Like Kevin Hart said, ain't nothing wrong with these kids. And that's really what I'm gonna tell my future husband. Like, if you want kids, we might have to have a long talk and some prayer.
Yes.
And some trips.
Okay.
But I was gonna say, no, you touched on so many different things. First, I want to say the conversation about pride and just how openly you just said I struggled with pride. Like that's loaded right there. And your maturity and being able to say, look, this is where I was. I recognize it for what it is. Like that's huge. I just want to celebrate you on that. Thank you. And what you just said about, basically it's people are more successful when they're willing students instead of being forced upon. God doesn't even do that. And so when we are like, no, I got the answer. I literally have the answer. And they're just like, nope, I want to do what I want to do. I have a child right now in that space. She about to miss out on this cruise. I already paid for her ticket. So I'm losing money, but she wants to do what she wants to do. And one thing that I have learned as a parent after being a daughter is that it's not enough for me to be so thrilled about the fact that my daughter and my children have not endured what I did as a kid.
Hello.
If they are not receptive to the wisdom that's made available to them, they're going to pave their own. Unfortunately,
I need to send this to my sister.
They're going to run
For
into their own walls. And hopefully the prayer is never going to be, I wish they would just listen. At this point, the prayer is, I hope they understand before it's too late.
Thank you.
Because they're going to, just like we had a right to choose our path and do what we were going to do and be done.
And my mama definitely told me to leave that man alone.
Honey, that
She
sounds
told
like
me
a
to bring my
poem.
ass
That
home.
sounds like
I love
poetry.
you, Angela. She definitely was like, girl, bring your ass home.
Yeah.
Okay,
But-
you tired.
But
Come
like
home.
they said, like we said,
Then listen to her. Hard-headed as motherfucker.
which is, we wanted to.
We were like, no.
Pop in my head.
is too soft in this area.
Yeah.
I got to go harden it.
I got this.
Look, it's on me. It's on me. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're right.
Surely your
She
mama
loves me
ain't
now.
go through nothing, right?
Oh,
Surely your
girl.
mom has never. Now, for me, my spiritual
Literally
mother,
copycatting
my
of what she
spiritual
went through.
mother was more involved in my life than in ways, right? So I was more receptive. When I was upset at whoever that man, his old friend, his former friend, but when I was upset with him and I was ready to go off, and I knew that I did. If I had a choice, it's almost like, I know who I can call to hype me up and be like, yep. And I know who I can call to say, Brittany, baby, don't do it. Don't call him. Don't call him.
So, and I think, why do friends call you with? I'm that friend that say, no, I'm not going with you. And don't do it. But why call me and say I'm not?
Because I'll tell you why I called my spiritual mother at that time. Because I knew she was gonna help relax my spirit. I knew that the spiritual atmosphere that was fueling my frustration, it was enough to frustrate me and irritate me, but it wasn't enough for me to say, I'm done with this. This is not healthy for you. Understand what I'm saying?
Yes,
So it's
ma'am.
mixed company in the room. And I knew that if I called her, she was going to help me dismiss those other spirits so that my spirit can speak up and say, baby, you know this, you deserve more than this. In fact, I would even venture to tell people, and I just told someone I know recently in a circumstance that they're in, you feeling like you can change this person and you can fix them and you can help them and you just know what they need and you see their potential, you very well could be hindering their growth. So go ahead and take a little bit of responsibility on
That
you.
just kind of hit me a little bit. I ain't gonna lie.
On you staying connected. I'm not about victim blaming. Hell, I have stories. Quan knows stories. I have stories on enduring and triumphing over abusive circumstances from childhood on. But when I tell you what I did start shifting my mindset is saying, what if you're hindering? Because the thing is, we're justifying, enabling sometimes. Not everybody. I'll speak for myself. I was justifying and enabling because I thought I could help somehow. Like my love can grow flowers. I don't care what anyone says. However, what garden are you soiling or toiling in? And so when I started clicking with, okay, what if I'm hindering them from growing?
Do you feel like it can go vice versa?
What do you mean?
When you're giving that advice and that particular person isn't taking it on or whatever, and you feel like you're giving the best advice, do you feel like since they're not taking on, it can kind of ricochet, boomerang
It
type
can
shit?
backfire. Like, it can definitely. And I feel like sometimes you have to change your perspective when you're giving advice to someone who's not receptive or not applying it. If they're receptive, and this is just me speaking right now to answer your question, but if someone is receptive but they're not applying it, sometimes you might need to pull back because they might need a moment to think about it. And like I said, let something be enough to say,
Some people gotta learn it
I
on
gotta
their
do something with this, right? Because they'll be like, girl, you right all year. And
But they, well,
you
you
right
right
again.
but we,
Like,
we grew up by
well.
saying, I'm gonna let you bump your own head. Like,
but it's like the reason why I say is self-evaluate. Sometimes you're in a space where your strength and your energy and everything, you're fortified, you got support, and you are able to pick up that phone and answer those calls once a month where they're venting about so-and-so. Sometimes you can allow yourself to create space if you're showing something different every now and again, or just you being there is really making a difference, even if they haven't made that leap or whatever. Other times, you talking until you're blue in the face.
Oh, yeah.
And then it's affecting your friendship with
one
that
ear and out the
person.
other.
It's like, okay, now your friendship is on the line because you're frustrated with them.
Yeah.
And they need to be more passionate about their circumstances than you need to be. It's their
Right.
life. At the end of the day, they have to make the decision. So you kind of got to gauge what you can handle and your perspective. In all cases, I believe we can't be so caught up in our opinion that we feel like if people don't take it, it's an attack at our whole character.
no.
But being there, you can only do so much.
No, I just feel like I never felt like, oh, I'm being attacked or anything like that. I just feel like when giving advice, and you, like you said, you saying the right shit, and this person is just like, and it's like, am I talking to a brick wall? Because if I would shut the fuck up, because I don't like talking to walls,
That part.
I'll just talk to myself. But it's just like, at the end of the day, I don't want to hinder the relationship. That's the biggest.
Behind.
Yeah. So, like you said, shut the fuck up. I'm gonna be shut the fuck up. Sit down.
It's sometimes it's just distance. Not offense can make it worse.
Yes.
Like if they see that you're offended that they're not taking it, that can make your relationship
Yeah.
worse. But if you see it and you understand that you're giving what you can give and they're not in
Kinda
a space,
just
then
pray
you can
on
even eventually put up boundaries. I don't prefer to talk about that. I love you. But I don't prefer to talk about that right
How
now.
do you learn to communicate like that? Like, where did
I did that with my friend, but I did that with my friend, and she didn't want to talk to me no more.
Because it depends on how you say things, how you word things, how you bring things to
But
people.
remember, I told you I did that to
Because-
my friend because she kept complaining to me about bad stuff.
Right.
And I was like, friend, when you call me, can I hear some good news? Because every time you talk to me, it's always bad stuff, and I'm
I feel
sorry.
like that's the best way you can. Yeah, you did that.
You said it, and honestly, the way you go about certain conversations depends on the nature of the
The
relationship.
person.
I've had some of my longest relationships. We're able to laugh through stuff and still tell the truth. And I don't mean in a way that's like you feel like you just got uppercut, like, and you caught it late.
Yeah.
No, but like, oh, okay, well, you know, like the same, I've had to have that conversation with someone and it came out different ways with that same person on different occasions. There was one day I was like, I'm on my way to a float therapy session. It was like a full moon or something, and I just needed to cut off stimulation for a while. I had held space for so many people, but I was drained. And so I was like, hey, I'm on my way. Like, I'm overwhelmed. I said that. I said, I'm overwhelmed. I'm going to this float. And she began to dump like we do every day. And today I just said, look, I'm in the middle of helping myself right now. I can't. And what happened is the next day she had all this good news on how she resolved that issue that one time I wasn't available. She responded positively. She might have felt away at the moment. I don't know. I know that other times I've laughed through those points like, hey, you know, you got to call me with something good. But that moment I was just like, I don't have it. I ain't got it. Okay.
She just reached out to me. That's what made me think about it, because she just reached out to me on my TikTok for my birthday stuff and was like, oh, I'm so sorry. But our last conversation was, please, and I was, and you know how I could be a bitch. I can't,
You
but
weren't-
this, I was
yeah,
like,
you weren't.
friend, like, please, like, every time you call me, it's something bad. What's good going on? How the kids, like, what can I help with? Like,
and
when she like, you don't want to hear me. I'm like, oh, here we go.
Sometimes it comes, and to be honest with you, sometimes when people listen, that's loaded. That's what I'm saying. I don't want to take y'all whole show, but because we can talk about communication and all kind of stuff, but that's loaded. I will say that people that love you and not just the space that you hold for them, they won't be as offended when you say, hey, look, I need a moment right now. It's like, okay, they might feel away the next day or the next week, give you your space. And then, okay, I'm here to be your friend too, because I might need to hold space more for you.
Yeah.
And I understand that now, instead of, okay, I'm offended because you don't ever listen. Well, I'm sorry, but again, with being an optimistic or positive person, I naturally light up about good things. I love celebrating people. So people that are like negative Nancy's don't stay around very long without, okay, what's good? What's the bright side?
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, this friend was like, I need. So I was like, maybe she's going through something, and that's why I beat myself up about it, because I'm like, maybe.
But balance is
but I couldn't do that to myself because I had to get clear
and you need boundaries with yourself. I'm gonna say this, like, survival mode is probably a whole book I'm gonna write about surviving survival mode or something like that, right? Because when you're in survival mode, whether it's emotional, psychological, mental, whatever it is, you can't think far enough past your nose to understand that other people need things. I'm not even saying it like in a way that's insulting, because I've begun coming out of survival mode, and it looks a number of ways. There's one, like, we moved into the place that I live now. I love it, right? After a very long season of some stuff, right? I love it. A few months later, I'm looking at my cabinets and I notice all the seasoning, I mean, all of them are in one cabinet. I got probably like 24 cabinets. I have a whole pantry. Why are all of the seasonings in one cabinet? And that's because what I endured prior to that, I had to keep moving. I had to keep packing stuff. And that was a reflection. I mean, that was really a repetitive experience from my childhood. That's like I said, it's a book that's coming at some point. But the point is survival mode. When you start identifying the ways that you've been in survival mode in your own life, it will set you and other people around you free. If all you're used to doing with your friends is telling them bad news, guess what you're going to keep doing? It's not even sometimes that you're intentionally trying to be the best friend.
It comes.
You can't see past here.
Yeah.
So when you start coming out of that and saying,
I'll be the last person. I don't want to tell nobody my bad stuff. I only want to tell them the good stuff because I feel like I don't want to be that drag.
Do your friends, or has anyone said, oh, well, I feel like you're insensitive, or I feel like you're not?
No, because I listened to it for years, and that was my first time. And it was my birthday weekend. I ain't gonna lie, it was my birthday weekend.
See, like that.
And I was like, I want to. Yeah, it was my birthday weekend. So y'all know how I am about my birthday. So I was like, bitch, I want to hear it this weekend.
But there's nothing, and that's the thing about it. There's really nothing wrong with that.
But I said it you can ask because I was like, hey,
not today.
And
girl, you fine. Sometimes I'd be like, I'm about to walk into this meeting, and this meeting is on my calendar as a nap. Because
I am about to walk to.
You gotta schedule
some naps,
honey. You better.
So don't think you about to get out of here without doing something.
Your ways.
Some kind of word.
Yes,
I'm gonna do.
We want to hear it.
Oh yes.
Should I do? I'm debating. Should I do Yahweh notice you, or should I do my stretch marks? I cappella then. I didn't send the track for this. So
like, I know this.
In the key of "He Loves Me" by Jill Scott. I'm gonna do this poem about self-acceptance, self-love.
Perfect.
Some say you'll never see these on the covers of magazines like Cosmopolitan, 17, or maybe even Essence. Some say they're only purposes for credible life lessons or inevitable life lessons, but some think them bruises, excuses of abuse, bad relationships, shoe prints. But my stretch marks are beautiful. And some may say, see, what had happened was explaining gained or lost pounds, or the combo were just combos off the $5 menu. Then you've we've got those that have had surgery in and for places to look like top models who are really not models. So where the plastic bottles can befriend you, but see me and my imperfections are beautiful. And I happen to know a man who loves me for more than just my blush. But even if he didn't embrace my imperfections so much, I am a moving masterpiece. Mere strokes of God's brush. I'm in tune with God's touch, and he designs me. He refines me. Reminds me I'm beautiful. So if they never see you on the covers of magazines like Cosmopolitan, 17, or maybe even Essence, I just may start a magazine for naturalists and send it to each and every one of them as a present, or a fashion show where virtue and character determine my selection. Because every time I've checked reality, character was beautiful. Virtue even the more. So if you never see me on those covers, I want you to think 2 words when you think Britney Soul, right? So what? Because I'm beautiful. And so are you.
Hey.
Hey.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you
I
so
love
much
that.
for coming. Oh,
Thank
my
you for
gosh.
having me. This has been a very stimulating conversation.
Yes, you gotta come back. You gotta come talk to us some more. Yes,
I got some new things coming
Got
too.
a whole nother book coming too.
Honey.
Yes.
No pressure.
No pressure at all.
About it.
No
You
pressure
won't
at
find me
all.
in
No,
your
to be
DMs
honest,
again. Yeah.
accountability is one of those things. So it's okay to expect from people. If they say they're
Yes.
going to do something.
You know,
It's
stop
okay.
them a little bit.
Okay. Well, let's gag out. It's gonna be something funny. The other stuff our conversation too good to do any stories today. Y'all bad. But anyways, we gonna gag out. This man kicked his car like it was a damn toy. It's insane. Like, I wish somebody would kick my car like this.
Like it's a toy.
They kicked the car like it was a toy, Taj. I'm not. Did it hurt?
Look at these guys,
The car.
moving right here.
Look.
So what happened, the guy in the
First
Tesla
of all,
was
why
waiting
is
for the
this car-
spot,
why is
and
this
then
car so
dude in
small?
that little Matchbox car came and
he
swooped the parking
swooped
spot
in.
right. Yo!
Oh my God. If move out the way was a person.
He kicked that man's little car like that.
Coming back. Here comes guy looking for his little shoebox that he drove in.
So
You know, he kicked it out the way.
play it again, Quan.
Oh my.
So the man was
that man's car
the
like
Tesla
that.
was trying to park there, and the shoebox car swooped
Look at
in.
these guys, look at them moving right here. So what happened?
So they
the guy in the
started
Tesla
to-
How you
was
swoop
waiting
in
for
in
the
that?
This is just.
And then
He did like
dude in that
you
little
ain't gotta back
Matchbox
up. You ain't gotta parallel.
swooped the
Girl,
parking
he
spot
ain't
right
swooping.
Oh my God.
Not you
I'm glad he
dying.
wasn't on the hill.
I'm so
Because it
sorry.
would have just kept going.
I'm so sorry, y'all. That shit is funny.
She almost died. I'm upset the way you feel goes that car. Hey, his leg day routine, though, I need that.
Oh my God. How do you explain it?
He's got a size 12 in the back of that little Matchbox.
Oh,
my God.
They ain't covering that.
So no, listen. Now that I know you can kick them cars up, y'all better not be parking
Somebody gonna be trying to squeeze her
downtown.
big ass
They be
ass
trying
in
to
economy size.
and then them cars. I'll be like I'm not.
People
I'm
cars
not
gonna
gonna
be
kick
all
out.
around the
Oh,
river.
that's her. She gonna definitely be in the gym if you was
They gonna be in Lake
kick a
Mead.
motherfucker's car.
Oh,
no.
That
I'm
is
looking
a
for one of them
mess.
cars just to kick
And
it.
the thing is, he didn't even kick hard. It
He
didn't
did.
even.
He didn't even. He said.
Wow.
Okay, so first of all, road rage is real. This
yeah.
is
It's
real.
serious.
And
It's
then
serious. That's like 4 people all the way here.
I would be glad from this that somebody getting hurt because the way they was in each other face, that could have been a brawl, a fight.
No, yeah.
He waited till he walked around the corner
Like his car.
and he said,
was
"You
not
little
getting into it, that big
bitch."
man.
He waited till
I
he
feel
walked
like
around
he's
the
been
corner
waiting all
and he
his
said, "You
life
little
for that
bitch."
He's like, the
I'm
moment
telling you,
is here.
in the gym, like in the squad.
He had to be in the gym.
Somebody filmed it too, so.
And that man,
Homeboy was
he
just
said this
casually
man,
eating a donut,
he said
minding
this
his
man
business.
just pulled into his spot right here. You see how he turned the camera on.
He said, "It's me. I'm the one."
Yeah.
Wow.
Anyways, Brittany, please tell everyone where to find you.
Absolutely. The best place is BrittanySoul.com. because my other social medias are there. I'm on Instagram more often than Facebook and all this other stuff. But yes, Brittany Soul, BrittanySoul. It's on the screen. BrittanySoul.com. Yeah.
Yay.
We want to thank you a million
Yes,
times.
thank you.
This was good.
And I'm
This conversation was
definitely stalk you again. You
and
gotta come
like
back.
I told Taj, I was like, oh, I'm not drinking Wednesday. I'm going on the cleanse. Last week I was too fucking drunk for my birthday, and then so like
Child, she
I'm
was
like,
drinking from sun up.
to
no,
sun,
sorry,
I'm
3
talking I did
p.m.
the
Friday.
whole thing.
Until
But that's what I did
yesterday,
today.
I'm sure.
Dang.
No,
No,
I didn't.
medium
No,
We
weight.
started the cleanse already?
I stopped Saturday.
Okay, there you go. Saturday.
I drank some wine on Sunday. So no,
no, that
Keela.
count. That count,
Okay,
ma'am.
okay, no Keela then. Since
So
Sunday.
you had wine on Sunday?
Since Friday.
So you had wine on Sunday?
Yeah.
So that counts.
She had communion.
Thank you.
Y'all
And
both
that was
going
the
to
first.
hell.
And that was
Y'all
the
both
first.
going to
I
hell.
sure did.
There was no
I had
prayer
some
over
my
that wine.
It was biscuits.
She had
Shout-
communion. She had communion Sunday.
Sonya came to cook breakfast at my house. But no,
If she was still lit this week, next week would have been an intervention.
definitely. No shade. I would have needed it.
We'd have
But
came
no,
in here.
Yeah, families from Ohio.
and I told my friend, I told her, I was like, oh, I'm done Tuesday. So no Wednesday. She was like, my birthday is Halloween. So I was like, okay.
How long is the cleanse?
I was trying to go to New Year's, but I guess I got to break it for Halloween for her. Because that was Nene. It's
my
Nene.
birthday. Yeah, how you not going to do my birthday?
See, I got to break yours.
This cleanse sounds dope though.
Yeah,
Okay,
you
well,
could
I'ma
the
do it.
cleanse. But
not drinking
just
for
not on
no-
December 20th.
None of the other stuff. Nothing in between. But no, I just really like, because I have GERD with my, so I just really want to get my body right. That's it. It ain't
That's
about,
good.
because I can afford it and I can drink it, but I just want to get my body right.
That's
And I
good.
have a lot more energy when I don't drink.
Come
so
on.
I'm about to be making hella nails, doing some content and all that good shit.
Let's go. Let's go.
That's it. I'm doing it for me, not for you. Cause trust me, I go buy a bottle right now.
She said, I'm doing
Nah,
it
I'm
for
just
me,
saying.
not
But
for
no,
you.
I told
love
you,
it.
I was just like,
Oh, child,
Your body
she
would tell
said
you, though.
She started drinking at 3 p.m. on Friday. I was like, good Lord.
yeah.
She said, I don't go nowhere.
So,
She,
but
you know, she handles her liquor real. So it wasn't
yeah, I
like she
just
was
play
too
too damn
fucked
much.
up by the time we got to
it ain't like I try to fight people. I just play. I'm like, hey, Brittany, you want to take a picture?
Wow.
But anyways, we want to thank y'all so much for tuning into another episode. We will see y'all next week, same time, same place, and we out.
Hey.
I see you over there, Quan. You got us on the screen together. Look at you over there doing shit. Your fingers is moving like this, like that
Yeah, I
little
know,
cat.
like which
You
one?
know that little cat meme that was on the laptop like this.
We need a picture too. Wait, leave it
Yes.
on. Wait, oh, you got it.
We gonna take one over there by the on air sign.